What is crack-a-lackin' on this fine May 5th morning? Yes, that's right, it's May 5th. Haven't seen you guys in a little while, haven't been down here. No reason, just, didn't feel creative over the last few days, but we are back. We are back because, I don't know, one day last week, it was a warmer day here. And tomorrow night we've got our first AAA baseball game of the year. Can't wait for that. Liam and I are hitting that up tomorrow night. And anyway, the vibes in the air, the vibes in the warm air, the baseball game coming gets me pumped up about summer. And it made me think about summer vacations in the 80s. Not summer vacations where you got on a plane and went somewhere, because no, we never did that. I'm talking about summertime, the summer vacation from school, right? So today we're going to talk about whatever happened to summer vacations, ladies and gentlemen. Now, my child is homeschooled. My children are homeschooled. And so their summer's kind of weird, because, I mean, these guys are in school like, I don't know, 4 hours a day maybe, right? So, and there are days where where we don't do school because they've got, some kind of social program going on, some library group or some museum class or some gym class or the bowling league or the whatever. So they don't have the traditional school schedule, but so they don't. I don't think they quite get the feel of summer vacation. So there's no more build-up. But the thing that I wanted to start with, the thing that I wanted to think about the most was the build-up. The pre-summer build-up, ladies and gentlemen. I went to a Catholic school from kindergarten to 6th grade. And it was the greatest experience of my entire life. I can tell you that much. But I remember the build-up. I remember like for some reason, in my head, I work with a lot of kids now, and they tell me that their summer starts like mid-June, like the second and a half week of June. Third week of June is when summer starts for these kids. For some reason, I could be wrong. My brain says that summer vacation started June 1st for us. I know that's probably not true, but I don't ever remember being in school in June. I want to say that like June was the beginning of summer vacation for us, June 1st. So in May, as the weather is starting to change a little bit, right, there's this slow build, where the school year is winding down. We're watching a lot more movies in school, right? There's a lot more party days in school. And I don't even know if they do that anymore. But at good old St. Pius, we had, there was only 2 classrooms. You only went back and forth between, you were in your one classroom mainly the whole day. And then when you had to do science or something, you went over to the science guy's room, and then you came back to your own class. But, there was, towards the end of school, there was movies. The AV guy would roll the big TV in, and you'd watch movies. And I remember they were always like it was always Flubber, it was always Herbie the Love Bug, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, The Parent Trap, movies like that we would watch. Now the cool thing about that was the other class, the other 5th grade or the other 4th grade of 25 kids or so would come over to our classroom where we were watching the movie, and they would pick a friend and they would cram in the desk with them, right? These little tiny desks that I could not even get in today. We're packing 2 kids in those desks. Your best pal, and of course my best pal would always sit with me, and we would, we'd have popcorn or we'd have cupcakes and the juice containers from the cafeteria or the milk containers from the cafeteria. We'd be watching Flubber, and it was great. And that was kind of like that was an indication that summer was coming. It was coming. The other thing that really sticks out in my mind is We had uniforms. We had uniforms. We had baby blue shirts, collared, golf shirts with collars. Long sleeve for winter and short sleeve, of course, when it got warmer. And we had navy blue pants. So when it was cold out, you could wear a navy blue sweater as well, but you had to have your little blue collar sticking out. But come summertime or come warmer weather, the countdown, you're always rocking the short sleeve shirts, right? You're rocking the short sleeve polo shirts, the Catholic school polo shirts with short sleeves, and that's how you knew that summer was coming. The short sleeves were coming out. We also did a lot of cleaning out of our desks, and that was always fun. You'd sit, that would be like almost like half a day, right? You're doing math in the morning and you're cleaning out your desks for the rest of the day. Why would that take 4 hours? I have no idea. But you either had the desk that lifted up, right? Or you had the desk with just a hole in it. I never liked that. I never liked the desk with the hole, so you had to like kind of get in there like that. I liked the pull up, like a trunk or like a hood, like a car hood. You pull it up. I preferred that kind of desk. But yeah, you would get a garbage can and you would clean out your desks. And then obviously in later school, which I hated, you'd clean out your locker. But cleaning out the desks, that always meant something special was happening. It was coming summer. Like I said, it always seemed to come early. It always seemed early. And I don't know if over the years with snow days and whatever days like that they've pushed back summer. I want to say that they have. Because again, a lot of kids that I'm seeing are getting out June 16th, June 20th, stuff like that. Exams, all that crap. I just think I remember June 1st was like summer. That was it, June 1st. I can't really remember what happened a lot on the last day of school. I know that there was just minimal education going on. Again, I think it was flubber. I think it was, popcorn. I don't think we got out early. I mean, there is always the infamous half days, which were just child's glory. I don't know if they did half days on the last day of school. I don't think so. I don't know if we had if we played outside the whole time. I don't remember. I don't actually remember the last day of school. So then we get out, right? Then we get out, and then it was on. It was on, and for me, our family was, victims of divorce, and my mom barely worked, and we could, we only lived in apartments and things like that. So like family vacations was not a thing. I've literally never taken a family vacation. I took one with my dad and his family when he got married again, but that sucked because I didn't like them. I've never taken a family vacation. We're going to Universal Studios in December in Florida for my first ever family vacation, honestly. So there was no trips, but that didn't matter because I didn't want to go anyway because I had everything that I needed at home. Right, the sleepovers increased during summer vacation, obviously. The pool my grandmother had a pool. So for our family, it was swimming. My grandmother had an in-ground pool, and I eventually started living with her. But she had an in-ground pool, and we were there every day. We were there daily. And it was a blast because I learned to dive really early. They had a diving board, so I learned to dive really well and really early. They had a slide, which really was a death trap. But as kids, it's awesome. I mean, this thing was high, and underneath it was just straight up concrete patio. So if you slipped off of that thing, you could be dead. But you had to bring the garden hose all the way up the stairs, loop it around the handles on the slide so that you could put water down this fiberglass slide, or else you were going to rip your skin completely off of your body. And you would make that awful screeching sound as you went down the pool, or went down the slide. And of course you have to do daredevil tricks on the slide, so you can't just go down sitting on your butt. You have to go backwards, you have to go on your back, you have to go on your belly, you got to go head first, feet first, all this crazy stuff to try. But what I remember most was, so my kids today, I'm sunburn phobic, right? I hate sunburns. I'm afraid of them. I don't. Anybody's pink skin just gives me the creeps. If I get a sunburn, forget it. I'm not going to work for a couple of days. I hate sunburns, so I never want my poor little baby angels to be sunburned. So I am constantly walking around with sunblock and spray lotion. They can't get sunburned. I don't think sunblock existed in the 80s, guys. I don't ever remember being sprayed with sunblock, ever. You get to your grandma's pool, it's 97 degrees, you whip your shirt off, and you go in the pool. And we were probably some of the most sunburned kids on the planet back then, right? Because we didn't have sunblock. I don't remember it ever being on. Best case scenario, we would get suntan lotion, which I think would just attract the sun even more, to burn us, because our skin tone doesn't tan. I don't tan. So we were just very burnt kids as a kid. But you know what? I don't think it mattered. And you know what else didn't matter? Heat. We never had air conditioning. I think my mom had a window box unit in her bedroom. Thanks a lot, Mom. We never had air conditioning, but you know what? I don't remember complaining about it. I don't remember caring that it was 95 in the house. I don't remember complaining about that. I don't remember ever saying it's too hot outside. I don't want to go outside and play. I truly don't. Right? Nowadays, my central air goes on in like May. Later this month, the central air will probably kick on, and it won't turn off until probably September, because I'm insane. I can't have it warm. I don't think we cared in the 80s as kids. I think it was all just whatever. It's hot out. Let's go sweat. I would stay up late. I remember having a TV in my room. I remember one summer going to bed almost every night at 1 a.m. during the week, because Love Connection was on at 12 and Family Feud was on at 12:30. And I would watch those two shows the entire summer, and I would go to sleep at 1 a.m. But I would truly not wake up until noon or later. And I would sleep. It wasn't like I was getting up at like 8:30 to pee. Oh my God, I would sleep straight through till noon or 1. I think my record is like 2 o'clock. I slept one day. Good Lord. That could never happen in a million years today. Even if I could, even if there was nobody waking me up, I can't sleep past, 8:30. Or else my face hurts, my teeth hurt, my back's all wrenched. It's awful. But I would sleep through the night until noon during this particular summer, only because I was up till 1. You're up till 1 now, you get up at 7 o'clock, you go to work, right? Back then, I would just sleep straight through. Like I said, the sleepover is magical. Our summer vacation was usually a trip to an amusement park. We have 2 amusement parks locally. One is called Seabreeze, and the other one is Darien Lake, which is now a Six Flags. Seabreeze was like the minor leagues. Darien Lake, that's your big boy. That was our Disney World, right? So, probably once a summer for sure. And it wasn't every summer, but once a summer we would go to Darien Lake. And again, that was just Sunburn City, right? Because you're walking around exposed all day. You go on the water rides with your shirt off all day. And by the time you get back in the car, you're red. And then your mom busts out the lidocaine. She's like, "Oh, you got that kind of spray. You got the burn spray, but you don't have the pre-burn spray, right? You can't put the sunblock on, but we're ready to spray. We're ready to numb that sucker." Oh, God. Yeah, that's summer vacation. And it truly is a kid holiday, because think about it. Once you get out of school, it's over. College summer break isn't the same, because you got winter break and summer break and spring break and, all these breaks, and they're shorter and you're not really doing anything. So it truly is something that disappears in adulthood. I don't care about summer now. In fact, I don't like it because it's too hot, right? But it really is one of those it really is exclusive to childhood. You know what I mean? Christmas is still okay as an adult. You know, the fun Easter, whatever. Those can still be great as an adult. But summer is exclusive to children, especially young children, because of the buildup. And I don't think the buildup is the same anymore. I really don't. You know, I don't know. But anyway, that's my summer. That's what happened during the summer. You know, the greatest kickball tournaments ever. The greatest forts were built. The neighborhood swing sets were all played on. Everyone who had a swing set, their swing set was better than mine, and I wanted to play on that one. You know, the amusement park trip, the sunburns, the peeling, the post sunburn peeling. I do like that. It's all good. That was summer. Summer was good. All right, memories below. Of course. How did your summers go? Were you a family vacation family? Did you hop on the plane and go to Florida every year? I sure didn't. So hit your memories below. And it's May 5th, and you know we're about a month away from summer. So happy summer, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Good night now.